Hello everyone, this is Jim Okrzinski with your week 11 screencast video. So please note the schedule this week, there's been some changes. The college is closed on Tuesday, November 3rd for election day. I am moving the due dates for the initial post to discussion board 14 and discussion board 15 to Wednesday and Friday this week. Okay, that way if you have obligations on election day, you just want to take in all of the information. You are not burdened with posting on Tuesday night. All right. So this is for this week only. And I say that this is for this week only. Next week we return to our normal schedule. So discussion board initial post is due Wednesday, and that is using inciting sources. The example analysis is the posts for discussion board 15 that will be due on Friday, and then responses, your two responses to each of the discussion boards will be due on Sunday as normal. Okay, so let's get over and talk about discussion board number 14. I will talk about discussion board 15 for this week's lecture video. Should have that posted by about Wednesday or Thursday. So, in discussion board 13, I should say last week's discussion boards, both in 12 and 13, you're searching a problem topic for your problem solution essay, your proposal argument. Discussion board 13 asks you to select three and find three possible sources for your topic. So you have the links there. I've looked through links, looked through some of the comments on the source material. Okay, so what you're going to accomplish this week in discussion board 14 is to use two of your sources discovered in your research, discussion board 13. Select two quotes. Now, these should be well selected quotes, something that really is relevant to your topic. Select two quotes and build two paragraphs using the strategies described in a textbook about your topic. Think of this as a pre-writing exercise for your essay draft. In other words, I'm looking for you to build a quote hamburger within a paragraph. So let us get to the actual textbook here, and I have on page 13, I believe I mentioned that in the discussion board, using and citing sources. So I do talk about how we go about using and citing sources. I want to point out a couple of videos here, Understanding Plagiarism. You have the links right in your textbook. All you have to do is just click on them and watch them. They're YouTube videos about using documentation styles and understanding plagiarism. Each video is about 4.5 to 5 minutes long. So I talk in the textbook, and it's very important that you understand the principles of citation. So the first principle is where we introduce sources. So if you're using quoted material, you should never start a sentence with a quotation mark and then into the quote. Before that quotation mark, you need to introduce the source. Who is the speaker? In other words, who is the author? Where is this coming from? It's kind of like you're introducing somebody when you walk into a room. I need to know who's speaking. Just give me what I call naked quotes. Okay, there's naked quotes. I don't know who the quote is attributed to. I have no context for that quote. It's very difficult to read and see how that quote and your information supports your argument. So the second principle of citation is be sure to show the starting and ending points clearly, introducing the speaker, using quotation marks. If you have to use a parenthetical citation, which is the citation here, you'll see at the end of the sentence, the page number. Remember, MLA is author and page. You have to include the page number if your source is paginated. Some of you are using some pretty substantial article, so there should be paginated there to support your source material there in your source material. So that would be the ending point there. All right. So the last principle of citation is what we call the cross-reference. There must be an in-text citation, and also there must be a matching citation in the works cited page. At the end of the essay, there is going to be a works cited page. You must use a minimum of 3 sources. Here is a citation, properly formatted for, in this example here, for this paragraph above, showing the cross-reference. author, 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 author. It's clear. I need to match up the names between the in-text citation and also what's in your works cited page. And there's an additional video here where you might be able to pick up some additional information about citation. These are all short videos. I urge you all to take the time, engage with these videos, and absorb the content. So when I say, in other words, build a quote hamburger, this is what we call a quote hamburger. The top of the bun is your lead up, right? This is where you're going to write the lead in. You're going to give me some relevance to this, who the speaker is, maybe qualifications of the speaker, might be a prominent scientist, whatever it may be. In other words, the lead asserts a position, the quote supports the assertion, and the explanation or relevance is the analysis of the relationship. So you got to figure out the top of the bun is going to be your lead in, right? Provide me some context. The meat, which is the good stuff, that's your quotation, that's your information. The bottom of the bun is going to be your analysis, or reflection, commentary about what that quote does to help support your argument. So you have to have a lead in. Don't start off a paragraph with, in this article, so-and-so says. You have to come up with a topic sentence for your paragraph. This serves as a lead in to your quote, who the speaker is, and then you would get into the quote, and then after the quote, you would discuss how that quote is relevant, what kind of argument, how does it support your argument. You're going to provide commentary, a little reflection. In other words, you're going to think your way through how that quote supports your argument, right? So selecting quotes is critical in providing sufficient support for any argument. I also here have some verbs for making claims, so you can use some verbs to work your way into using your quoted material. All right, so you might want to run through paragraphs, structure here, having solid sentences, one idea per paragraph, and this is the quote hamburger. So this, if we go back to discussion board 14, you're going to use two sources, pull out two good quotes, and build me two quote hamburgers. Remember, 250 to 300 words is what the minimum post should be. That way you can start getting some practice in using quotes, building your quote hamburger, and integrating them, and be ready to integrate your information into your essay draft. All right. That is all I have here for discussion board 14. Let's get back over to announcements for the wrap. Just a reminder, once again, the initial posts have been moved from Tuesday, Thursday to Wednesday, Friday because of the election. So if you have any questions or issues, please send me an email. Good luck. Stay safe.